This is the example video for squaring binomials. So what I'll do, I'll expand. So I'll rewrite this as 2b minus 3 times 2b minus 3. Now what I'll do, I'll FOIL these binomials. So my first terms, 2b times 2b, well I know that is 4b squared. Outside I have 2b minus 3, which is negative 6b. Inside I have this negative 3 and a positive 2b, so negative 3 times 2b is negative 6b. And my last two terms are negative 3 and negative 3. So negative 3 times negative 3 is a positive 9. So now I'll combine like terms. I have 4b squared. I can combine this negative 6b and this negative 6b to get negative 12b. Then of course I have my plus 9. And that is in simplest form. So that is our answer. So let's head over to the next one. We'll expand. So we have 8 plus 5b times 8 plus 5b. I'll FOIL again. So I have 8 times 8, which is 64. My outside terms, I have 8 times 5b, which is a positive 40b. My inside terms, I have 8 times 5b again, so I have plus 40b. And my last two terms are 5b and 5b. So when I multiply those, I get a positive 25b squared. So I've multiplied every term in my first polynomial by every term in my second polynomial. So now I can combine like terms and get my final answer. So final answer would be 64 plus 80b plus 25b squared. And that is in simplest form. All right, let's head down to the last two. So I have 3a plus 8b squared, so I'll expand. So 3a plus 8b times 3a plus 8b. So I'll multiply my first two terms. So 3a times 3a is 9a squared. My outside terms, I have 3a times 8b. So that gives me a positive 24ab. Inside terms, I have 8b times 3a. Again, that gives me a positive 24ab. And then my last two terms, 8b times 8b, of course, is 64b squared. So now I'll combine like terms and I'll be done. So I have 9a squared plus 48ab plus 64b squared. All right, last example. I have 6u minus v squared. So I'll expand. So 6u minus v times 6u minus v. I'll multiply my first two terms. So I have 6u times 6u, which is 36u squared. My outside terms, I have 6u times negative v. So I have minus 6uv. My inside terms, negative v times 6u, so another negative 6uv. And my last two terms, I have negative v times negative v, which leaves me with a positive v squared. Time to combine like terms, so I'm left with 36 u squared minus 12 uv plus v squared. And that is my final answer. So at this point, you can move on to the practice for A7 squaring binomials.